Snake 4? What is this? Discus, shot put, javelin, hammer throw? You name it. Bernardo Silva has literally the entire half. Right, hello everybody, welcome back to the Golden Sky. I'm Tom, and today it is the one you've all been waiting for, no doubt. It is the tactical analysis for Liverpool's 4-0 defeat. Yes, 4-0 defeat to Man City in the FA Cup. Let's get right into the video. Alright then guys, let's get into the analysis of the clips that I pulled out from this horrendous game. And it really was horrendous. And I've done rewatches of lots and lots of the games, pretty much every single game this season. This one it's up there with the worst, maybe the worst one to rewatch. I just had no motivation to rewatch this game whatsoever. But here we are, I did do it and I have pulled together the clips. So let's start with a familiar problem. If you've watched any of my videos this season, you'll already know what I'm probably about to moan about in this one. Given what's on the screen right now, it's Liverpool's build-up. Once again, it was horrendous in this game. If you watched the full match, you'll know that these two men right here, Ryan Gravenberch and Curtis Jones, did not help us in build-up at all. And it's not even a gripe on them two, to be honest. This is 100% a coaching issue because it's happened all year long. And if it wasn't a coaching issue, the coach would have said something about it. That's simple. That's as simple as it gets. So, Mamardashvili rolling this ball out to Joe Gomez. Liverpool going to enter possession after City have just had an attack. And if you watched the preview, you'd have seen where I highlighted how this could be an advantage for Liverpool in this game. You can catch City out in transition. They have a lot of good players, but not a lot of pace in the team. They play a very high line. And Real Madrid specifically exploited this lots and lots of times, as I showed in the preview. And I thought maybe we could do the same. So what happens when this ball goes to Gomez? Well, he runs forward. He's got a bit of space to take. Can he take it up the line? Have we got Mo Salah maybe on the halfway line, maybe ready to put a ball in behind? Have we got midfielders? Can Szoboszlai come in here? Can we receive this ball? Have we got Gravenberch? Can he maybe get on it here and maybe drive forward? Can we, make a quick attack, make a use of a transition? Oh, absolutely not. No, of course not. And this is a massive problem, I think, with us this season. We've been so poor in transitions, and it's because our manager wants us to play with this level of control, this imagination, this idea, this ideology he has of control of the game. We're going to have control. It's all about control. But we never actually ever have control. We never have control of a game. That's why we always lose in the last minute. That's why we keep getting battered every week. We never ever seem in control of a game, except like 1 or 2 times this season. Galatasaray at home, for example. We had control of that game. We don't often tend to be in any level of control of any game at any point. This was exactly the same. So we go back to Konate. The idea is that we're going to play slowly. Not slowly, let me not use that word. The idea is that we're going to play controlled. We're going to draw the opposition in. We're going to play through them nicely. We're going to have possession in areas we're comfortable in. We're going to make chances. We're not going to give the opposition chances. That is Arne Slot's idea. It never, ever, ever works like that, though, does it? Ever. And what happens here is Konate's got this ball. And you see a very similar thing that you've seen in many, many Liverpool games this season. Where our midfielders like to stand is the most baffling shit you have ever seen in your life. I cannot for the life of me make sense of this. I haven't been able to all season. You can actually see Gravenberch. He's actually running to this position right now. Konate's got the ball. He needs a pass. Jones stands behind Cherki. Gravenberch stands behind Haaland. It just boggles my imagination. I cannot make sense of this. If anybody can, please tell me why. Gravenberch is running behind Haaland. Why is he not just standing here where you can receive the ball? And you might think, oh, maybe he's running here so he can get on the ball, but not at all. No. Instead, this ball goes back to Mamardashvili. Gravenberch has just stayed right behind Haaland. Jones is, maybe he's made slightly a move off the back of Cherki. But instead, Mamardashvili is just going to kick this ball long and we lose it. There's no attempt to play. There's no attempt to build up. This is, if Arne Slot had this ideology of wanting to build up nicely, short passes, draw the opposition on, where has that gone? It has completely vanished. I remember watching Ipswich, the first game Arne Slot ever had in charge of us, and we were doing exactly this. Not what you're seeing on screen right now. We were waiting for Ipswich to come on. We used the ball really nicely, got it into midfield. It was linking up with the 2 midfielders. We had 2 midfielders like this, and they would link up between them. Trent was involved. Salah was involved. Szoboszlai was involved as a number 10. Everything was fluid. This is nonsense. To go from passing the ball out here, back to Konate, back to Mamardashvili to then belt it long, that is absolute nonsense. This is not proper football. This is not a Liverpool way of playing football. And it always confuses me. If you watch when our goalkeeper gets the ball, Van Dijk is always waving his arms around. Always. I don't even know what he's trying to say here. Is he saying calm down? Is he saying, like, don't kick it long? I really don't know. And we just do kick it long anyway. It goes straight to City and we lose the ball. And I won't harp on about build up too much in this video because, believe me, there's a lot more wrong with what Liverpool did in this game than just build up. But I just put another example in early on. This is at 0-0, by the way. So this is when, for half an hour, we did things relatively okay. And we weren't totally awful for the first half an hour. It's more when the goal goes in and our players get tired and give up that the problems start to happen naturally. But just the build up is so poor. And here we actually try a different method and it works better. We actually use Jones. We drop him out of this midfield area. So if you look on the example before, Gravenberch and Jones were in a very similar space. They were parallel to one another in sort of a line like that. Now we've actually dropped Jones into the back 3 to build up. And we did this, if you remember, we did this against Inter Milan away. And we did this against Brighton the game after with Jones. And they were 2 of our best performances of the whole season. They really were. Jones is quite good at building up from the back. It's one of his better attributes, I would say, right? Because he's quite comfortable on the ball when he doesn't have a lot of pressure on him, okay? Now, I'm going to, again, just want you to look at Gravenberch. He just does not do enough at all here to get on the ball. So Van Dijk's going to play this one to Jones. And the idea of having Jones back here is it gives us another angle, another body of somebody who can have the ball in part of this settled possession here, who City have got to worry about. They wanted to press with the front 4 and then a midfield 2 behind them. And this front 4 basically just cut off our entire midfield because Gravenberch doesn't show for the ball ever. But dropping Jones back helps create different angles. Like Jones can now maybe find this pass if he wanted. Like Konate and Van Dijk can't find this pass. It doesn't make sense for them to try and do it. You see, with dropping Jones back in there, it does give us more angles to do so. Now, in this instance, he doesn't do that. He just moves the ball onto Konate. Look at Gravenberch. He's still not doing enough. He's got to get in here, so then Konate can pass him this ball, and then he can move it out wide. He just has to do that. He has to make more of an effort to get onto it there. He doesn't. He just ambles around in the middle aimlessly. He's never, to me, he doesn't think like a midfielder. He doesn't think like much, really. This season's been so disappointing for him, and for me, watching him in that midfield role. He doesn't think like a natural number 6 in possession. And it doesn't do a lot out of possession either, to be honest. And this is not a video where I'm going to just rag on Gravenberch, but these are particular examples where his play is so poor. He's got to do more. Konate only has one choice. He goes back to Jones. And now you see how Jones can help us when he's back here, because Wirtz has made a little movement. He's dropped in short. He's moved off of Rodri. He's created a bit of space for himself. And Jones can play a nice... This is a pretty brave pass. Past Cherky into Wirtz's feet. This is something that you get from having him back. Part of the build-up here. For me, in my eyes, this should be what Gravenberch is doing all the time. He should be the one dropping in here, helping the build-up, but he's not that great at it. Jones does it better. Jones does a lot worse than Gravenberch elsewhere on the pitch, but Jones definitely does do this part of the game better than Gravenberch does in build-up. He finds this pass to Wirtz, and you might be thinking, what is the point of all this? What does this get you when we do this? Well, when we actually do things properly and Wirtz gets on the ball, we've actually built up. We've beat 4 City players in the first line of the press, and now we're driving past Bernardo Silva and Rodri, each of whom don't have, loads of legs in the locker. Wirtz can drive us forward, and he does. And he finds Hugo Ekitike here, and these two can link up. And I'll choose to ignore the fact that we have absolutely zero threat most of the game in this game, because here's one striker. And here's our other striker here. This is a massive problem that we have. We are so non-threatening most of the game, in most games. Nonetheless, I'll choose to ignore that for now. Ekitike is going to play a nice little 1-2 with Wirtz. Gets onto it. Florian Wirtz is surrounded by 4 City players. Finds a little ball into Ekitike, makes a good run off the back of Semenyo. And he gets onto it, and we get a shot on goal. Now, nothing happens. It goes wide. But, it's a good bit of play. It actually went from us with the ball at the back to us having a shot on goal. It's much better than the first clip I showed where Mamardashvili is just hoofing the ball long to go straight back to City. So we carry this on, and here we actually see Mamardashvili hoofing the ball long, but this is slightly different. This is what I was highlighting in the preview. When City finish an attack, they are vulnerable. And I said this in the preview. I showed you examples of it, and this was a time we exploited it. They had their attack, they had a shot, Mamardashvili caught the ball, and City do not get set. Mamardashvili does really well, uses the kick quickly, and fires it over the top to Mo Salah, who beats Kusanov for strength, and is able to win the ball, drive it into the box with a great chance to score. This is a great chance. He should have scored, to be honest. Once he's here, he's got to bury it. I mean, I just missed there with the pointer, but let's do it a bit slower. He's got to find that far corner. He just has to. But he just takes too long. Whether this is lack of sharpness, lack of ruthlessness, or just like a bit of unluckiness, bad play, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. He has to find that far corner. He has to do it quicker, because Kusanov, who, if you just saw, he's fallen over here, manages to get himself back up and on balance. Salah takes a really bad touch, and Kusanov can make the tackle. It's so poor from us. These are chances we have to take, and this is another one. Now we've actually got players around City's box. Again, all before we've conceded the first goal, things were generally going pretty okay. You know, we've got players in and around the box now. We've got numbers forward to maybe give City some problems. Salah's going to try and cross this ball in. It falls to Jones. He's trying to make something happen. He's got a lot of bodies around him. Ends up trying to pass this ball out. It ricochets off Rodri. It falls to Ekitike. And he's got to do better here, in my eyes. This is a great chance. Like, it might be a little difficult, sure, but he's got to find the corner, or at least get it on target. Fires the ball, connects really well, but goes wide. And this is a great chance. Volley, you know, watch this, maybe just over 12 yards out, just past the penalty spot. He's got to do better with this. This is an £80 million striker who we all think has lots of potential and has had, by all accounts of the rest of our team, a pretty good season. Got to find the target here. These are chances you can't waste, and we waste way too many of them. But then, that's about all the good things I want to say about Liverpool in this game. From that point on, once City scored from this attack, it was dreadful. And I don't say that lightly. It was dreadful. Just watch this. This goal is incredible. And I mean that in the worst possible way. It is the most lackadaisical bit of defending you have ever seen from a football club in your life. It is like, as a collective unit, they do not want to defend. They have been told, don't bother defending, guys. Just do half of the game, and that half, don't do it that well. It is unforgivable, to be honest, the defending here, and it only gets worse during the video, everyone. So, to give context to what you're seeing about here, Liverpool have just conceded a corner and headed it away, right? That's why Kirkes is at right wing. That's why Ekitike is this player here, okay? And that's why Szoboszlai is here, and everybody's all over the place, okay? There has to be more urgency from Liverpool to get back in position. There just has to be. Van Dijk, for example, is stood at right centre-back. He's got to get back where he should be. Konate has to get back where he should be. The midfield has to push out, because what you're about to see is just inexcusable. Nunez has this ball. You've got Salah and Wirtz. Salah's jogging over, Wirtz is walking over. But that's not necessarily a problem. There's no immediate danger here. But when this ball comes to Bernardo Silva here, this is incredible. It is astounding. And if this doesn't worry you or blow your mind, I don't know what to tell you. Bernardo Silva gets this ball. He's so far out here, you can't even see the edge of the penalty area on this picture. But yet still, our players haven't got out. They are walking. This is Jones here. This is Jones's feet. Completely walking, by the way. Just walking out. No intention to run out here and get a press on before Bernardo Silva can run forward. Bernardo Silva has literally the entire half to run around in. The entire half. Nobody is anywhere near him. This is 0-0. Where on earth is the urgency to win the ball back? Where is the intensity? Where is anything? Where is any desire? You're not going to believe where he gets to with this ball, Bernardo Silva. He runs in a straight line, and before this is no tactics, by the way. This is nothing to do with tactics. This is nothing to do with formations or build up or pressing structures or anything that anybody wants to try and sell you. The reason why Liverpool aren't very good at the minute, me included. This is just pure heart, desire, running, tackling, will to win, non-existent. Watch this. Bernardo Silva runs the ball in a straight line before anybody even makes an attempt to tackle him. He's inside our box. How can this happen? How? How can he go from here to here with nobody making a tackle? How is that? How can it be possible? How? Anyway, he gets to here. Nobody's at left back because Kirkus is at right back, and the Liverpool do not organise themselves well at all. The defence is an absolute mess. Kirkus is here. Ekatike is at centre-back. So is Van Dijk. Konate's playing central centre-back. Gomez is also at centre-back. Gravenberch is at left-back. Szoboszlai's in there. Jones is in there. No one's doing much of anything, though. They're all just sort of stood around. So the ball comes right out to Semenyo. And Semenyo can just pass this one back to Rodri. Now Wirtz is here. Not really attempting to tackle. No one's really attempting to tackle. And just look at the Liverpool players. Look at them. Look at Gravenberch. This is not your position, my friend. This is not... You are not playing left back. Get out. Szoboszlai, get out. Ekatike, get out. Why are you stood holding the defence's hands? Can you three get organised? Please. Because once Rodri gives this ball to Matheus Nunes, he just has all the time in the world. And he even tries. Salah, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Gravenberch finally made the movement out. All just watching. Szoboszlai and Ekatike haven't moved. For like 30 seconds, they haven't moved. Nunes has so much time, he actually tries to play this past to Bernardo Silva. Gravenberch intercepts it, and it goes straight back to him. No Liverpool player is anywhere near him. He's able to take the ball again. He's now in our box. It's absolutely insane. He's now in the box with nobody near him. How can this be possible? How? This is from a corner that we headed away. Liverpool are still not organised. Players are still not moving. Ekatike and Szoboszlai are still stood where they are. And it's not their fault. This goal is not their fault. Let me make that clear. It's a collective team unit. Nunes has all the time. He could have a shot. He could do anything. He can dribble more. He plays his ball to Nico O'Reilly, who's free, completely free. And Van Dijk has no choice but to come across and try and make a tackle. It's a clumsy tackle, though. Really, really clumsy. And he just bundles into his leg, knocks him over. It's a Stonewall penalty kick. And if he doesn't do that, Nico O'Reilly probably rolls around, finds Haaland, who, let's be so honest, probably scores anyway. So it's swings and roundabouts, really. It doesn't really matter. What matters more is Liverpool's complete lack of desire to defend in any circumstance whatsoever. It's just appalling. Let's move it on. This is almost as bad as the goal itself. Okay? This is kickoff from the first goal. So we've just conceded, now it's kickoff. If you're an away side, okay, you've just conceded a goal at City or any ground, for example, my first thought as a manager or as a team would be, right, let's get our foot on the ball. Let's get a bit of confidence back. Let's pass the ball around for just a little bit of time. You know, don't panic. Just get our heads and our feet back in the game and go from there. We're only 1-0 down. We're still in the game. It's a cup tie. Anything can happen. So what do Liverpool do? Well, this epitomises Liverpool at the minute and a lack of ideas, identity, anything that we have. We kick off. We go back to Jones. Okay. That's fine. City press us a tiny little bit. All Liverpool's players have ran forward. They've just ran in a straight line forward, right? Except the midfield, which are immediately all standing behind players. No, none of these two can get the ball. No, Szoboszlai can't get the ball. And Van Dijk just is simply ran at by Shirky, and he just shits himself, pumps the ball long to absolutely nobody, and we lose possession. It's baffling. What are we doing? That's the captain, by the way. And this is just as crazy as anything else I've shown you so far this video. This is Kirkes about to take a throw in, and I don't usually leave the scoreboard in when I do these videos, but I've left it in here because I want you to take notice of it. There's less than 40 seconds until half time. We're 1-0 down. We haven't had a great half. We did okay for maybe 25 minutes, and then they score a goal, City. We're very much still in the game, okay? A few tweaks, maybe get the lads up a bit, maybe, you know, come out second half, get a goal, get a bit of luck. Maybe we're still in the tie. It's crucial at this point. You get that message across, you get to half time, you regroup. What did Liverpool do? Well, we have a throw-in. Kirk is going to take it. Watch this throw-in. Straight to Rodri. What? What on earth? And I mean that. He just throws it straight to Rodri. No Liverpool player anywhere near Rodri. He just throws it straight to him. We are the worst team in the league at taking throw-ins. By far. No doubt about that. No doubt. We are so bad at it. There's going to be another example in a minute. Rodri gets this ball. Liverpool, a mess again. A complete mess. Why is Jones our deepest player? Why? Somebody please explain to me. Here's our defence. And then here's our midfield. What even is that? There's our striker, and where is Mo Salah? What is even going on? Anyway, City go back, and then you see just the disorganisation of Liverpool again. 3 players just run straight at the ball. No like wherewithal about where they need to press from, who they should be picking up, passing lanes they should be blocking. Just 3 idiots just running straight at the ball. He just easily places one to Nunez. Even Szoboszlai is just running aimlessly. Gravenberch just running. Just everybody's just running. No one's got any idea of where they're going. They're just running. He plays the ball to Nunez. Look at this. Look at that. Look at how much time he has. This is not on. That cannot happen. That cannot. This is our throw-in. 30 seconds to go before half time, by the way. How can he possibly have this much space? This is a right back. So, what is even going on? What is even going on? Why is Jones still holding Konate's hand? Why? I don't understand. I don't. This has to be. It has to be coaching, because there's no way he can accept this. There's no way he can say, stand here, please, Curtis. Don't worry about getting out into midfield. But watch Gravenberch. Just look at the effort from Gravenberch. This is where I also blame the players, because the effort right now is nowhere even close to being good enough. Just watch Gravenberch. He has to get across. You're the holding midfielder. You have to make an effort and get across here and make a tackle or do something. Just jogs along. Just jogs along. Parallel to the ball. Doesn't get anywhere near it. Get across. Get across and make a tackle. Make it difficult or something. City get a 3-on-1 down here. It's insane. The ball goes to Cherki. Verts doesn't do enough. He's got to put more effort in here. Track Semenyo. Yes, I understand. It's not really. He's already behind the play. He's trailing the action that's happening in front of him. But he's got to do more. He has to sprint and follow Semenyo. He has to give everything, because Cherki takes the piss. There's a little double touch. Finds Semenyo in the underlap. Van Dijk is then forced to come across. He doesn't do enough. Once Semenyo gets to here, Van Dijk has to block this cross. He has to get closer. He has to put him off, at least. And you see Konate and Haaland wrestling in the middle. There's only ever going to be one winner there. His name's Erling Haaland. Just beasts Konate. Completely bullies him. Gets across him. Wins the header. Poor from Konate. He's got to do more. It's poor all around. And just like that, the game's 2-0 before half-time. And basically, it was over at this point. We were never coming back from 2-0 down. It's shocking. The game management is awful. The recognition of the situation from the players is awful. Everything about this is just so poor, so bad, such a letdown. Need I say more? It just makes me so annoyed. So we'll move on into the second half then, now, where things just got worse. And again, it's Liverpool throw-in. So, basic stuff, a throw-in. Just throw the ball here. Just throw the ball here, let them compete. What is this for a formation of our midfielders? Can Szoboszlai bounce the ball back? Can Konate drop off here? Can we throw the ball here? Can we just throw it up the line? Well, here's what Liverpool do. Gomez is going to throw this ball. For some reason, he thinks he's in Olympic discus, shot put, javelin, hammer throw, you name it. What on earth he's doing here, I have no idea. He just launches the ball. Who does he launch it to? Oh, Mark Gehi. Just straight to him. No Liverpool player anywhere near. Just launches the ball straight to Mark Gehi. This makes no sense whatsoever. Why he doesn't just throw it to one of the many Liverpool players in this area, or maybe to Salah's feet, or whatever. Do something other than just throw it straight to City. But, okay, sure, that can happen. You can give the ball away. Watch the reaction. Watch the reaction of Liverpool's players. It's very, very similar to the one you've just seen, the goal just before, when we gave the ball away from a throw-in, and then conceded, like, 10 seconds later. Watch this one. This one's worse. Okay, he gets this ball, knocks it down to Nico O'Reilly. Okay, Nico O'Reilly has far too much space, as per. No Liverpool player likes to make tackles. No one makes any any attempt to win the ball ever in this game. Everybody for City is just in so much space. It's like walking into a shop and having the whole shop to yourself. Nobody's going to press you for answers. Nobody's going to try and sell you anything. You've just got the freedom to walk around, test all the beds you want, play with anything, any toys. No one's in the shop. You've been locked in overnight. You've got total freedom. Nick O'Reilly has total freedom. Everyone's just watching. Everybody just looks and watches. And he's going to play this ball straight to Cherki, who equally has all the freedom in the world. Everybody just watching. Szoboszlai watching. Van Dijk, Canate, Wirtz, Kerkez. Everybody just watching. How can he have this much space? We had a throw in 5 seconds ago. How can this even be possible? What is this formation? Like, who's playing where? It's just, there's no balance. There's no setup. There's nothing. Semenyo is going to be the one who scores here. It makes the easiest run in the history of football. Just runs right off the back of Van Dijk, who, for me, doesn't do enough. He has to follow this run. He has to see Semenyo coming. They try and play offside. Doesn't work. Semenyo goes through. And then Mamardashvili is goosed. Maybe he should come out sooner. Maybe he should cover more of his goal. But Semenyo, clinical finish, dinks the ball over Mamardashvili. Is that the third goal he's scored against us this season? Semenyo, something like that. I mean, we should have signed him. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can say City got him, whatever. Not the point in this video, really. This is not a video to say what Liverpool should or shouldn't do with signings, but Semenyo goes through, dinks Mamardashvili. Van Dijk, so poor, runs off his blind side. The midfielders have barely moved from the throw-in. No effort whatsoever. Everyone just puts their hands up and hopes for offside. It's so demoralising to watch. And then I left this bit in just to sum up a bit of our play in the second half. It's just absolutely shocking. Again. So now we're trying to build some attacks. You see the remnants of the diamond. This is sort of, I mean, it's like an attempted diamond shape, kind of, versus number 10. Gravenberch is sort of the holding one. It's, sort of this, I suppose. It's like a kite. It's just a nothing, really. It's just chaos at this point, and it's so easy for City. They've got their line of 4. They've got them 2 in the middle, and we just couldn't get through. Wirtz can't get on the ball anywhere. City are too high. They don't give him enough space to operate in. We're not able to find him. Our players aren't brave enough with their passes. Salah and Ekitike don't stretch the play. Gomez and Kerkez don't offer enough width or enough threat in the wide areas anyway. So Szoboszlai tries to dribble through everybody. He gets crowded out and luckily finds a pass to Gravenberch, who gives it him immediately back, except behind him. Poor pass, gives it away. Lack of quality, again, from Liverpool. So poor in possession. Everybody just standing around. Look at the body language of Jones, for example. Arms out, saying, like, what are we doing? So poor. And then watch this. So Semenyo gets this ball. Just look at Ryan Gravenberch. Just honestly, if this doesn't boil your blood, I don't know what does. Just look at Ryan Gravenberch. Go and tackle him. Please. Please go and tackle him. Ryan, you're supposed to be the holding midfielder. You're supposed to be a midfielder in this team who's going to do anything defensively. Go and tackle him, please. He's right in front of you. Or, option B, run alongside him and watch him take a shot from the halfway line. That's option B. And that's what he decides to do. It's amazing that Semenyo can just run. Where Semenyo shoots from, he's nearly on the halfway line. He's inside the centre circle. Look where he actually picks the ball up. And Gravenberch just walks alongside him, holding his hand. It's absolutely insane. Semenyo has a shot, nearly scores, by the way, from the halfway line. That would have really just been magnificent. It really would have. But instead, let's look at the fourth goal, because this is a mess of seismic proportions that nobody in the world can understand or explain to me what on earth Liverpool are doing here. I will never, ever understand. It looks to me, and I am guessing, that at this point Liverpool have decided to go man-to-man. That looks like what's happened, and I'll tell you why. Because this is not a formation. What is this? What formation are we playing here? 4? Snake? Snake 4? What is this? It's got to be man-to-man. Szoboszlai has to be here. This is this. Gravenberch on Rodri, Ekitike, Wirtz, Jones on Cherki, Kerkez, Semenyo. The centre-backs have Haaland. And then I guess that leaves Van Dijk on Bernardo Silva, sort of, maybe. But This is why I'm only guessing that we've gone man-to-man, because our execution of it is completely woeful. It's awful. We don't execute it well at all, and it's because of Bernardo Silva, who I believe is being looked after by Van Dijk. But this is madness. Van Dijk can never be man-to-man with Bernardo Silva. He's playing holding midfield. It makes no sense. And watch what happens. This is why. Once this ball goes to Rodri, Gravenberch's job is to then press him. So he does that. Now you see Szoboszlai. He's the one coming on to Nico O'Reilly. And this is why I think we're man-to-man, because look at Van Dijk. He's jumping on Bernardo Silva. He knows this ball's coming here. He knows it's going to then go into here. He's already jumping on Bernardo Silva. So I think that's his man. Okay, Konate, you can see he's pushing up. Kirkers is pushing up. Jones is out here. He's too close to Cherki to be playing anywhere else than man-to-man, because this is not a normal midfield position. When your centre-backs are pushing up the pitch, you would also push up the pitch. So, but I think we must be man-to-man. But watch what happens. Watch how easily City break this. And it's because of Bernardo Silva, right? The ball gets bounced back to Rodri. Van Dijk is with him in the middle. They are man-to-man right now. But Bernardo Silva recognises that if Liverpool are man-to-man right now and Van Dijk's my man, I'm just going to run out here. And if Van Dijk follows me, great. Liverpool are missing a centre-back. But if he doesn't, I'll be free and I'll completely destroy this entire system because we haven't matched up correctly. The way that we've matched up man-to-man is completely baffling. Okay, watch this. Rodri has this ball. He's running back towards his own goal. Gravenberch, of course, won't tackle him. He never tackles anybody, but he will run alongside you and offer some sort of pressure. Rodri just turns around, and look who's free now. Look at this. Look who's completely free with nobody anywhere near him. Ekitike has got the man here. Bertz has got the man here. Szoboszlai's followed Nico O'Reilly. Salah's followed Gehi. Gravenberch has followed Rodri. Who hasn't followed Bernardo Silva? Virgil van Dijk. Because why on earth would Virgil van Dijk ever be here? He wouldn't. You wouldn't expect him to. It's madness. Where is Curtis Jones? Where is our other midfielder? Like, what is going on? This is the worst man-to-man setup ever. And I hope that's not what we were doing. But if I think it is, and if it is, I don't understand. I don't understand. Bernardo Silva gets this ball, and then what you're about to see is just scandalous. So Nico O'Reilly runs off Szoboszlai once. Bernardo Silva plays him in. That's one time. But Nico O'Reilly's ran off Szoboszlai, okay? Nico O'Reilly runs forward with the ball. He then plays Doku in, and now you see Liverpool are in big trouble, okay? We've got 4 City players running at us, 5 even if you count Cherki over this side, running out of the defence. They just completely cut us apart in one pass. The ball goes to Doku. Nico O'Reilly, remember Szoboszlai was next to him on this one? Look, Szoboszlai's right behind him, okay? Look now. Oh, he's nowhere near. Nico O'Reilly's ran off Szoboszlai again, and he's about to run off the back of Gomez. Nobody tracks him. That's 3 players Nico O'Reilly's ran off the back of in this one move alone. Liverpool had, by the captain's admission, given up at this point. By the way, 3-0 down. We had given up. That's what the captain of this club said. We'd given up. So Doku plays this ball easily in behind Nico O'Reilly. Gomez is there watching this unfold. Look, watch this. Look where O'Reilly gets this ball. Gomez is watching. Run! And tackle him. But no. Nico O'Reilly can take all the time in the world. Play this one across to Haaland, who is basically just waiting to tap this ball into the empty net. Van Dijk not doing enough. Szoboszlai's walking back after letting his man run off him. Liverpool's execution of the man-to-man picked apart as easy as pie by Man City, who tapped this ball into the empty net for 4-0. And then they took sympathy on us for the rest of the game. They took off Cherki. They took off everyone that possibly, could have hurt us. They basically just killed the game. We then miss a penalty. And then the FA Cup took pity on us by not even giving us any added time. They said, let's just finish this beat down as it is. This game is over. Like this video. We are not doing any more analysis from this point on. Alright guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I really do hope that you did enjoy it. And if you did, please do leave a like on the video. We're trying to get to 35 likes. And if you are new around here, click subscribe as well. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. So if you did enjoy and you are new, please do consider clicking subscribe. Podcast listeners, 5-star rating and reviews. You guys all know what to do. This one was a painful one to edit, guys, to pull together. Such a poor performance from us. And PSG coming up in a couple of days. I am absolutely dreading it. I'm hoping to have a preview out for that one. Possibly, well, it will have to be tomorrow if possible. Bear with me though. I have a lot on tomorrow, so might not be able to. And let's be honest, we're going to get pumped. That's all you need to know in the preview. So we'll see. I will be at least back on Wednesday with the ratings, though, from our inevitable beatdown. Once again, if you thought this one was bad, oh, it's about to get a whole lot worse. That said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Goodbye.